Hello, friends, and Happy New Year! So, when this comes out, it will be exactly midnight my time. I live on the west coast of the United States, so this is one of the last places on the planet that it's actually going to be 2024. But I just want to wish you all a Happy New Year and tell you what's going on in my town for New Year's Eve for ballroom dancers, and I would love to hear what's going on in your town for ballroom dances this weekend. So did your studio host a party, or did you go to a ballroom dance club in town? What was the admission price? How many people came? I would love to hear all that. When I owned a ballroom dance studio, and I did share a video a couple weeks ago giving you a tour of the studio I built, I would host crazy big New Year's Eve parties every year. There'd be about 300 guests. We had 3 ballrooms running simultaneously. We had ballroom and Latin in one ballroom. We had West Coast swing in a second ballroom, and we had club music in the third ballroom. But most of the people just socialized in there, went in there to kind of take a break from the dancing and eat the tons and tons and tons of food that I served. And it wasn't like cheap food, guys. We're talking like shrimp platters, hot dishes, cold dishes, beverages, you name it. We did not serve alcohol. Ballroom dancers in our area are not big booze drinkers. But it was crazy fun. And this is the funny part compared to all other dances on New Year's Eve. The culmination, of course, is going to be, we had a disco ball, it couldn't drop, but we had a big countdown where we all ran into this one huge room and we counted down together, 10, 9, 8. And I purchased, you can buy this stuff like professionally DJ'd, countdown music and fun music and a big, deep, booming voice counting in the new year. So super fun. And I would always have a massive balloon drop. So the ceiling would have this huge, like 100-foot net full of balloons, and it would drop at the stroke of midnight, and the room would go nuts. They'd scream, party poppers, and everyone, speaking of party poppers, would pop and jump on all the balloons like a bee's hive. It was crazy. And then, unlike most dances, everyone bolted for the door. The room was like empty 15 minutes later. I assume people are tired and want to hit the road. But it was loads of fun. Several hours of cleanup afterwards every year, because the next morning we're hitting it hard with regular scheduled classes again. But it was a heck of a lot of fun. Now, the gal who took over my studio location, as I've shared with you, she is one of my students, took with me for many years when she competed. Then she turned pro, started teaching, and now I'm so thankful that she actually took over the location, and it's still a ballroom dance studio. And now she hosts these crazy big New Year's Eve parties, which is awesome. Usually, guys, these kick off with a beginner's dance lesson. She is kind enough to invite me every year, asks me to teach that. But now that I'm an old married lady, I want to be home at midnight. And it is hard for me to tear myself away from any ballroom dance party, because obviously I have many long-term friends like you do, and I just want to sit and chit-chat. I love dancing, but even more, I just love talking and catching up with old friends, guys. So when I hosted the dances, I would charge between $20 and $25 for a New Year's Eve party. Sean at my studio now charges $25 for a regular ticket, $35 for a ticket that includes a table seat. And then it's free, actually, if you pay for a monthly studio membership. I never offered all-inclusive packages, but she does some sort of one price studio membership where you get unlimited group classes and then access to all the dances. Apparently the special dances too, so that's cool. If you like to do group classes and dances, that could be a pretty good bargain for you. So she's going to do, one room is going to be ballroom and Latin and country western. I don't know who's DJing the party tonight though. Personally, I find if it's a country western DJ, it's not really danceable for international style dancers because the tempo's too fast. But she does have one ballroom DJ that's awesome, and fingers crossed he's the one at the party. She'll have a second room dedicated to social Latin dances, meaning salsa, bachata, kind of party music. And then a third room dedicated to line dancing and club music. And they do teach line dancing there. It's very popular. Again, I'm on the West Coast, Northwest coast of the United States, so honestly, country western dancing is very popular here. They also offer lessons in those styles there. The nice thing is, if you go to the party, you get to go to all three rooms. So when you maybe you don't like a song in one song, hey, just migrate to another room and do a traveling cha-cha, and then travel back to your room and do a waltz. So to my surprise, I don't know if this is just this year or every year, I looked up the local chain studios, Arthur Murray, Fred Astaire, and they don't appear to be posting New Year's Eve parties, which I was kind of surprised. And no other ballroom dance studio in town that I know of is hosting ballroom dance party, New Year's Eve parties tonight. I'm just guessing that because Sean's place is such a draw. I mean, it's so huge, so many people, so many social dance opportunities. Probably no one wants to go head to head. But Lenora's, if you're in my area in downtown Portland, is having a New Year's Eve dance tomorrow night, meaning by the time you see this, January 1st, so tonight. Admission is only, it's $10 to $15. The dance is 8 to 10:30. At that price point, I suspect it's just a regular party. And I do think they host bi-weekly party, so this just might be their regular party day. But hey, if you were too tired and missed out tonight, why not extend the party one more day? Get some more dancing in before you head back to work Tuesday, okay, guys? So I hope you had a wonderful New Year's Eve, or if you're in one of the few time zones still west of me, you do have an awesome New Year's Eve. I'm so curious. We have dancers from around the country, around the world. How do you celebrate? A, just New Year's Eve where you live, and then B, I'm super interested in how your ballroom dance community celebrates there. And the price range, how many people come, is it different than a regular dance? All the good stuff. So guys, I cannot wait for us to all enjoy an amazing 2024 in the ballroom dance world. And I will see you tomorrow. Thanks guys, and Happy New Year. Bye.